Hi, AT from CNC at Home. I was looking at some dragon images that I downloaded a while back, looking for something that I could burn on paper. And not just etch onto the paper, but literally burn through the paper and leave something behind, or a negative behind. I found this image and thought this would be a good one to do. Basically, everything that's black would get cut out and leave this image of the dragon. And for the most part, everything should work fine. If you'll notice, for instance, over here on the right and on the left in the wing, all of these white connectors will hold everything in place, pretty much. It'll be a little flimsy, but all in all, I'm hoping that this will work pretty well. There are a couple of things that I found that will fall out. There's this piece in the neck that when this whole head is cut out and falls out, that's going with it. The same with the eye. I want to take this into LightBurn and show you just a quick way that we can get that stuff connected so that it should burn out nicely. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let's head over to LightBurn and see what this looks like. Here's the image in LightBurn. The first thing I want to do is convert it to a vector. So I'm going to right-click on the image and choose Trace Image. The default settings look pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Before we do that, notice that I do have Delete Image After Trace turned on. So when I do this, the image will be gone, and this is a filled-in image. Let's go ahead and turn that to lines. Okay, that looks pretty good. What we want to do is attach these somehow. So let's just zoom in on the head here. The way I want to do this is essentially by drawing a rectangle. So I'm going to draw a long skinny rectangle. It doesn't really matter the width as long as it's not too wide. Kind of proportionate to some of these areas that are holding things together. I'm going to rotate this, about like that, and then move it something like that so it goes over the eye. Then I'm just going to press the Shift key, select the head, and come down here to my subtract. I select things in the reverse order, so I just do it again, and then it subtracts that away. This is a neat feature within LightBurn. If you select your items in the wrong order and you do something like a subtract and the wrong things disappear, just do an undo and then click subtract again, and LightBurn will do the opposite. This way our eye will stay in place, and I want to do a similar thing down here to hold these pieces. I'll just create another rectangle across like this. Again, doesn't have to be super thick. Something like that. And then I'm going to press Shift and select the head. First I have to get into my select mode. Okay, so everything got selected. Now I really don't need this piece done. Let me think about that. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's select this whole dragon guy and we'll ungroup him. Then what we'll do is we'll select this and this, because those are the two pieces that I really want to affect. I'm going to group them together. Then I can come and select my bar and subtract it. Now essentially we've cut the head off, but what that's going to do is let this piece fall out and let this piece fall out and hold this piece in place. Let's go ahead and take a look at this whole thing. At first glance, that looks pretty good. I want to put a piece of paper into the laser and see how this cuts. Before we do that, let's see, how big is this thing? It's not very big. It's about 50 centimeters wide. I'm going to want this thing to be probably 3 times that size. So let's just go ahead and we'll keep our aspect ratio locked, and we'll just say 150. Let's set our burning parameters. We'll go to the library and I will look up card stock. Okay, so we have our 0.27 millimeter, And I will start, I want to cut this out of, I'm going to cut it out of brown, and then what I might do is take a piece of green paper and just put it behind this. We'll see what that looks like. But we'll start by cutting out of brown. We'll assign that to our layer. We've got good burn parameters. We'll take a look at the preview and see how long that takes. It looks like it's going to take about 2.5 minutes, so that's not bad at all. Let's get a piece of paper loaded up into the laser and start the burn. That burned out pretty well, just like I expected. This piece stays in here nicely with just that little bit of attachment, as does the eye. The only thing that I didn't like was there were a couple spots. There was one right here where the laser didn't burn all the way through, and there was one up here that it didn't. I ended up tearing something up here, so if I was going to use this for a gift or a card, I would have had to redo that. It tells me that I might need to slow down the laser just a little bit or have it overlap a little bit more where it starts and ends. Otherwise, it did a fantastic job. Let me slip a piece of green underneath this and we'll see what that looks like. Oh yeah. Yeah, that turned out really nicely with a little green background in there. So this is a super simple thing to do. You find an image. If there are any pieces that are disconnected, you can do like we did. We'll just draw a little line to connect pieces so they don't fall out. Backing this with another color really makes that pop. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the content of our channel, think about subscribing, as that really helps us out. Enjoy doing your CNC at home projects.